The only phrase or word that you need to know.
The only word or phrase need to know.
The only word or phrase.
The only word or phrase.
The only word or phrase that you need to know
to survive in Japan is...
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of How We Made It in Japan.
Please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and you are following us on Instagram at How We Made It in Japan.
So I was really surprised when I first came to Japan. I was learning more about the language and I realized it doesn't have to be that difficult.
No, it doesn't have to be that difficult. People kind of psych themselves out. But yeah, you're right.
I could spend the entire day saying the same phrase over and over and over.
Yeah, tashikani. The only word or phrase you need to survive in Japan is...
The only word or phrase you need to know in Japan is onegaishimasu. You will say this everywhere. Japan is a very polite country. If you need something, you're always saying please, and that's what onegaishimasu is. If you drop your chopsticks on the floor, you need a new one at the restaurant, you're saying, you know, can I have a new chopsticks, onegaishimasu? Or you want a bag for that, onegaishimasu? It's useful. You want that, onegaishimasu.
The only phrase you need to know to survive in Japan is honto or majide in conversation. That translates to really, you're kidding, no way. So basically, it doesn't matter what they're saying to you, you can say majide. Like, is that so? Or, oh, the sun was really hot today. Majide. Yeah, it's hot. Majide?
The only word or phrase you need to know to survive Japan is domo. It means hello, it means goodbye, it means thank you, it means sorry. I get a lot of mileage out of it.
The only word you need to know to survive in Japan is doso, which means you go, or let's go, or after you, which, you know, is pretty versatile as you can see, and it naturally feels polite if that's what you want.
I think the only word or phrase you really need to survive in Japan, or one of the most, would be sumimasen. Just like saying excuse me, or you can also use that a way of saying thank you politely. If you really just are not that familiar with the language, it is just a good turn of phrase for being able to just say like, hey, I'm sorry, little mistake here, or if you're trying to squeeze through a big group of people, which if you're in a big city is something you're really gonna need.
Hi, I'm Nette, and I'm a TEFL teacher and I run 2 blogs. I live in Tokyo and I've been in Japan for about 14 years. The only word that you really need in Japan is sorry. And there are multiple sorries, but learning all of them is very important. Even when you're entering a room or leaving a room, you will say, I'm being rude. That's like the literal translation is I'm being rude, or sureishimasu and sureishimashita when you're leaving.
The only word or phrase you need to know to survive in Japan is sumimasen. Sumimasen. Yeah. Oh my god, like you can use this for like thank you, for excuse me, oh I'm sorry. I can literally go the entire day with just saying sumimasen, sumimasen, sumimasen.
Yeah, that was actually my answer too.
The only word or phrase that you need to know to survive in Japan is baka mo ichige, and that roughly means even an idiot can do one thing to entertain others.
The only word or phrase you need to know to survive in Japan is sumimasen. This word has many meanings. For example, like sorry, pardon, thank you, and so on. Also, it helps you to get people's attention easily when you need help.
Sumimasen is probably like the god tier of like useful Japanese phrases. Just anything sumimasen. And the funny thing is like, sometimes people try to do it in English and it doesn't work that well, because like sumimasen literally means like, you know, I'm sorry or excuse me, but it's not the same nuance. Like it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
It's like the chef kiss of Japanese phrases.
I love that.
What is the only word that you really need to know when you come to Japan? For me, it was kore. And kore just means this. Because when you go to restaurants, everything's in Japanese. You're not going to learn all of that. But most of the restaurants have menus with pictures of them. It's very easy for you to just point and go, kore. Of course, there's another word that comes along with that, and that is kudasai, and that is please. But I believe that in every language you should learn the word please and thank you. So, kore kudasai.
My name, Roger Francis Clark. Years in Japan, enough. The only word or phrase you need to know it to survive is domo. Domo can mean thank you. Domo could mean I'm sorry. Domo could mean see you later. Domo could mean hello. Domo can mean a whole bunch of things. Domo's a good one to know.
The only phrase or word that you need to know to survive in Japan is daijobu. Yeah. Daijobu is very close to sumimasen, and basically though, it's for refuting things. So if someone asks you something, you can say daijobu and it could be okay, or you can say daijobu desu and it's no. So I like the vagueness of Japanese culture and language.
Yes.
I love being vague because I'm shady. So,
oh, did you say I love being vague?
yeah, I love being vague.
Oh, vague.
Because I'm a shady person from Florida. And yeah, daijobu was my second favorite because sumimasen is just the best.
In summer, you need to know.
Atsu.
In winter, you need to know.
Samu.
Respectively, they mean hot and cold. You will hear those words a million times a day.
The only word or phrase you need to know to survive in Japan is arigato. It means thank you. You will be sort of polite person and can get help from Japanese.
The only phrase or word that you need to know to survive in Japan is shoganai. Shoganai basically means it can't be helped. I feel like Japanese people use it a lot in a lot of different situations, like you're having a bad day at work, or there's just something that you have to do that you don't really want to do, then you can just kind of go shoganai. And if you do that, I feel like people kind of think it's funny that you know that phrase, and it makes you sound more natural. And I also feel like you can get out of a lot of situations that way. So yeah, shoganai.
Thank you for joining us again for another episode of How We Made It in Japan.
Please make sure to come back and check up on us next week as we drop the continuation of this series. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on everything. YouTube and Instagram, and what is it for the poor like button? You need to really abuse, like hit, punch,
it's
kick,
been bad.
Click, yeah, just
punish it.
If you also have phrases or comments or phrases or words that you like to use in Japan to survive, please put them down in the comments.
Yes, I want to know.
And we'd love to hear from you. Maybe we can all help each other be vague together.
Yes. See you next time.